Hi friends, and welcome to today's Feel Good Yoga Flow. Today is going to be a class that is going to make us feel amazing in our body by going deep into some side stretches and also balancing poses. So we're going to be working through our body to help ground us and stay focused throughout the day. If you're ready, let's go ahead. All you'll need is yourself, and let's get started. Let's start at the back of our mat, seated on our shins, nice and tall, placing your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly, closing your eyes here, and inhale through your belly, your ribs, and your chest, and exhale, releasing the breath out. So going through our 3-part breath here again, belly, ribs, chest, feeling that chest expand, and exhale, letting the breath out of the chest, ribs, belly. One last time. Inhale, 3-part breath. And exhale, releasing and letting the breath all exit out of the body. Inhale as you reach the arms up towards the sky, grabbing your right wrist with your left hand, stretch over to your left side, feeling a nice deep stretch through the right side of your body, looking up towards your right arm towards the sky here. And maybe just moving side to side, so finding some movement. This practice will be focused on finding movement and stillness within our body and our mind. Coming back to center, grab the left wrist with your right hand and stretch over to the right side now, lengthening that left side body, looking up towards your left arm, really sitting nice and tall here, engaging your abdominal muscles. And coming back to center, keep your arms up towards the sky, spreading your fingers wide, and just go ahead and squeeze the fists together and release the fingers into firecracker hands. So releasing our fingers, our wrists, starting to really warm up those hands. Just letting it all go, starting to feel the heat along the wrists, down through the arms, throughout the shoulders. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, release. Keeping your arms up, but interlace your thumbs together. Inhale, arch your back. And exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, come into cow. And exhale into cat. Doing this motion a few times here. Matching the movement with our breath. Inhale, open, and exhale, chin to your chest. So we're releasing through our spine here, but at the same time, we're also releasing through our upper body and our shoulders. We're used to our shoulders being down all day, so by releasing our arms up towards the air, we're releasing any tension that we hold along the neck and the shoulders and the upper back. So recommend doing this for about 1 to 3 minutes every day here, especially if you do suffer from any shoulder pain. Go ahead and release your hands down, coming into a tabletop position, pushing your body weight forward, and start to roll only your neck towards the right side, taking a few circles here. Feeling a stretch throughout the whole side of your neck, through the front, through the back, just warming up. And then starting to move the hips towards the right side, releasing any knots, any tension or stiffness held within our hips. Feeling into our body here. Coming into upward facing dog, try to see if you can lift your hips off the mat and shoulders down away from the ears. And then moving our body weight towards the right side, come into downward facing dog with the toes tucked here, pushing your weight back. And then rolling towards the left side, back into upward facing dog. And again, towards the right side, rolling up and rolling down. Doing this a few times. So really using the strength of your arms here. Stretching out through the tops of our feet, the toes, and the ankles. Just feeling into your body what it really needs. One last one here. Coming into upward facing dog. Look up, open your heart. Exhale, tabletop position. Starting to roll your head towards the left side now. So moving our head in the other direction. Only focusing on letting the blood flow to our brain. Releasing out any tension. And then starting to move the hips towards the left side. So moving it to the side, maybe moving it back as far as you like. However much movement you want to take. And then coming into upward facing dog, doing the same thing on the other side and pushing your hips towards the left and up and around in up dog. So we're just moving in the opposite direction here. If it's too much on the feet, feel free to keep the toes untucked when you're in your downward dog. Noticing how your body feels this morning. And one last time, coming back into upward facing dog as you lift the thighs off the mat. Open up your shoulders and exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Breathing into your downward dog as you allow your knees to bend one at a time as you straighten out the other. Getting the heel as close to the ground as you can when you extend the leg. Letting your head shake it out here. Loosening up any tension throughout the neck, throughout your upper back. And feel free, if it's too much on the hamstrings, you can always bend the knees and get a deeper stretch along your back. So maybe just warming up and staying there for a moment. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Just letting your body be relaxed in your downward dog while taking some movement. Good, and then come down onto your shins again, seated in a hero pose. Closing your eyes, inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lion's breath, release. And again, inhale. Exhale, release the tongue out. Come back into tabletop position. Stretch your right leg out behind you, your left arm in front of you into bird dog position. Engaging through the core here, tucking your abs into your body. You're in one straight line, so maybe looking back towards that back leg, making sure it's as high as your hip bone. Breathing in, and exhale, left hand down, pivoting over into gate post, reaching your right arm over your head towards the front of your mat, pointing those right toes in the opposite direction. So feeling that stretch in the outer leg and also throughout the right side body. So you should feel the stretch from the right toe all the way up to the top of the pinky finger. Opening up the chest and the heart, looking up towards the sky. Lengthening the side body here. And then slowly releasing back into bird dog position. Extend, breathe. And exhale, release down to the mat. Sit the hips back, child's pose. Breathing in. Exhale, releasing the breath. Inhale, push back into tabletop, extending the left leg back, the right arm in front of you. Holding your bird dog now. Really firing up the core. Engaging the abs by pulling your belly to your core. Tucking your belly to your spine. Your gaze is down and placing your right hand on the mat, pivoting towards the right side, left toes pointed out, and extending the left arm over your head now into gate pose. So lengthening through the left side, letting the head be heavy and fall back behind you. Looking up over that left arm towards the sky. Really reach towards the front of your mat. So engaging, making this an active pose rather than just resting in it. Really stretch and feel throughout your body. That's what yoga is all about, is you want to feel and find the patience within your body. It doesn't just happen in a few seconds. So be patient, find the breath, and slowly come back out into bird dog position. Hold, breathe, exhale, release the hand, knees down, shift back, downward facing dog. Pushing your weight back and walking your feet all the way to the front of your mat, standing forward fold, grabbing your two big toes, inhale, halfway lengthen, exhale, fold it down, inhale, slowly roll one vertebrae at a time, head comes last, roll the shoulders down away from the ears and relax. Placing your feet together, inhale, reach the arms up, exhale, fold it down. Inhale as you halfway lengthen, so place your hands on top of your thighs or maybe on the ground here. Look in front of you, flat back, and step the feet back into plank position, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or maybe just a baby cobra. And exhale, sit back into child's pose. Getting a nice deep stretch throughout the back of your body, really sinking those hips down to your heels. Shifting the body back into downward facing dog, pushing the weight back, and walking your feet all the way towards the front of your mat, standing forward fold. Stand up, reach up for the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart, feet together. Inhale, sitting low, breathing into your chair, reaching for the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale as you halfway lengthen. And exhale, try to jump back into plank position, holding your plank, tucking your core in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale as you step your left leg forward, coming into crescent high lunge. Reaching up for the sky with your fingertips. And engage the core, so see if you can be active in the body and stretch and lengthen the arms even taller, growing your body nice and tall. Really pushing that back heel towards the back of your mat, going deep into your front leg here, taking your hands to heart center and twisting over towards the left side. So your right elbow is on the outer edge of your left knee. Looking up over your left elbow here, finding your balance. Breathing in and slowly releasing the arms back into crescent high lunge. Exhale into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Going deep into that front leg, looking over your left arm. And see if you can go even deeper with that front leg. So even if you think it's already flat, go a little more. Working through the lower body, the upper body. As you take the hands into prayer, inhale, exhale, reach up and to the side. Inhale, prayer, reach up towards the side, Warrior 2. And again, finding some nice movement, keeping our mind occupied with this movement as we engage our lower body as well. Warrior 2. Extending the front leg, pivot your body towards the front. Exhale into Trikonasana, your triangle pose here. Reaching the right arm up towards the sky. Maybe placing the left hand on a block. Going deep into that side body here. Feeling good in this stretch. And then exhale, pivot your body into Warrior 2, other side here. Going deep into that right leg. So even if you think your front leg is already 90 degrees, push it a little more. Go deeper, engage those abdominal muscles. Lengthen out the belly. Extend the arms towards the front and the back of the room as if you're trying to reach for the front and the back. Sink even more. And taking those prayer hands on the inhale, exhale, reaching it up and towards the side. And again, Loosening up any tension in your face by smiling here. Just feeling into your body, feeling those muscles, thanking yourself for taking this time for yourself. Warrior 2, extending the right leg, coming down into triangle pose, looking up towards that left hand, and trying to twist even more to look up towards that left hand. Engaging the core, so really squeezing that belly in. Going deep into our right hamstring at the same time. Exhale, come back into Warrior 2. Pivot your body into high lunge here. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale as you step your right leg forward, high lunge, reaching the arms up. Engaging that back leg, pushing back with that heel. Reaching up here. Your gaze is focused forward, holding this nice, strong, powerful high lunge. And taking prayer hands and twisting over towards the right side, left elbow on the outer edge of your right thigh, palms glued together, looking over your right shoulder, speeding up our metabolism, cleaning out our digestive tract, cleaning out our system of any toxins that is not needed, releasing it. Slowly coming out of your high lunge and pivoting into a Warrior 2. Looking over your right hand. And remember to go deeper with that front leg. Arms are in a T, nice and straight here. And exhale, taking Warrior 2. Other side, going deep in that front leg. Looking over your left arm, spreading the fingers nice and wide. This pose is really great for strengthening our lower body, our thighs, our calves, our glutes. Slow release, coming back into high lunge. As you reach up for the sky, exhale, hands down, step back plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right toes on the back of your left ankle here. Pivot into plank and take that plank variation. Inhale, upward dog, releasing the foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking the left toes now on the back of your right ankle. Shifting body weight forward into plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, releasing the foot, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Relaxing in your downward dog. Squeezing those thighs together here. Pushing the weight back. Really pushing even more. Trying to take the weight off of that front body. Looking towards your belly button. Look to the front, hop or step to the front. Standing forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, bending the knees, sit low, reaching up chair pose. Exhale, stand up. Inhale as you reach up for the sky. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale as you halfway lengthen. And exhale, we're going to hop into Malasana, yoga squat, by taking your feet to the outer edges of the mat, pointing the toes outward, and letting your tailbone melt closer to your mat, opening up your knees with your elbows so you're in prayer, sitting nice and tall here, and just taking some movement. Start to open up your feet towards the side in a moving yoga squat here. So every time you open up the hip, open up the outer edge of your feet as well. So we go deeper into our hips and our inner thighs. Noticing any releasing through the joints, throughout the shoulders and the hips. One last one, and coming back into your squat. See if you can go deeper here. Waking up our digestive system. This is also one of the poses that's recommended to hold a little longer as well, to really clean out your system, especially in the morning. Exhale, extending the legs up into standing forward fold, pivoting the feet hip distance, and coming into our fun pose here called crow, Bakasana. Placing the hands towards the front of our body, hip distance, and placing the knees towards your armpits, upper triceps, and maybe just testing it out, playing with one foot and lifting the other, and then eventually coming up with both feet. Feel free to always use blocks to place under your head. So there's always that fear of falling forward on your nose. So maybe just placing a blanket or props to feel a little more comfortable. Using the strength of your hands, your shoulders, breathing in. And then see if you can either step or hop back into plank position. Holding the plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Push it back. On your next inhale, look to the front. Hop or step, landing on your butt. Placing your legs in front of you into boat pose, bending the knees 90 degrees. And then seeing if you can extend the legs and the arms, engaging the core, sitting nice and tall. You can also see if you can grab the feet, maybe on the outer edges, to help yourself sit up a little taller and stretch through the back of the hamstrings. Pointing the toes, seeing if you can hold yourself up without falling backwards. And for 3, 2, 1, release. And find yourself to roll all the way back down on your mat, lying down. Push your butt a little bit more forward towards the top of your mat. And coming into our halasana plow pose, taking the toes over your head, touching the mat with your hands here. If you suffer from any, helps to regulate our blood pressure. This is really good for headache, some type of pain or tension in our face. Really good stress reliever as well. Even though we're doing this in the morning, and coming up, our shoulder stand here, supporting the lower back, pointing the toes, engaging the legs here. So squeezing those legs together, making sure that you're as wide as your shoulders with your elbows, sucking in your abs here, not moving your head, so your chin is secure towards your chest, releasing all that blood flow. We're in our inversion, so letting it all flow towards our brain. Slowly bending the knees, maybe just bending one at a time first, coming back into halasana and the other leg, and then rolling all the way until your toes touch the sky straight up, and then lower the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the arms, release the legs into Shavasana, allowing yourself this opportunity to melt deeper into this relaxation posture, giving yourself this moment that you deserve. You did a beautiful job detoxing, cleaning out your system, speeding up your metabolism. So just focus on a simple relaxation here. Not holding any thoughts. Being the watcher of your thoughts. Being the watcher of your mind and body. Being the watcher of your life on and off your mat. If you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, start to deepen your breath, coming back to that awareness of our breath, and finding movement in your fingers, finding movement in the toes, extending nice and long, stretching the arms and the legs out, and rolling onto your favorite side, fetal position. And pushing yourself up into a seated pose at the center of your mat, seated nice and tall, cross-legged. And as we close off today's practice, open up your arms as you take a deep inhalation in your body, and exhale, hands down in front of your heart. And again, inhale, deep inhalation in the body. And exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves you today. Thanking yourself for taking this time, the best thing that you can do for your health and your well-being by taking this yoga practice on your mat and applying this every day. Don't forget to subscribe to Yena Yoga. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Namaste, my friends.